David Tlale is getting back to what fashion is really about. At least that's the idea with his collection called Elementary Metropolis. A body of work, Tlale says, takes away some of the razzmatazz he's become so iconic for and replaces it with a more urban, ready-to-wear range that retains a certain kind of elegance. David Tlale is an old hand when it comes to runway shows. He's even an old hand when it comes to contributing to runway shows in New York. But this is a show that is going to be different because it's only his name and his brand that can actually make or break this event. And in an iconic fashion city like New York, at one of the iconic fashion shows of the world, the stakes are that much greater. And as one might imagine, sleepless nights.
I was more nervous today, more than ever, because every collection is different, every season is different, every market is different.
Claiming this runway all to himself was no mean feat for the established South African creator, a journey that began in 2009 when he first applied to get his own show in New York.
Not everybody is actually able to showcase on runway, and because you go through a grilling interviews and process of selection and everything else. And I think most amazingly is that our journey from South Africa to the world stage has been phenomenally received, and I think the baby steps that we've taken have taught us quite a lot, understanding how South Africa and New York or the global fashion industry works.
That's an important point, the baby steps, because you have a number of young aspirant designers in South Africa watching this and say, I want to be like David Tlale. It's not easy to be David Tlale, is it not?
I don't think you want to be David Tlale. I don't think so. It is not easy to be doing what we're doing as a brand. It is not easy to even try to just jump into the global stage just like that. It costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of passion, patience, and also perseverance.
This is our time. And from one success story to the possible beginnings of another, musicians Andries Hendrik and Tlale launched their new album, Better, at a fashion event in the city, where Hendrik was also able to showcase his brand new label called Fleek.
It's a big thing to launch a new brand. This brand is all South African. As you can see, this is a beautiful cultural weave. We call it shwe. And for us, it's beautiful to just bring it to New York and show Africa really does have color. It has a feeling.
They also gave their New York audience a taste of music in their vernacular, a smaak van musiek in Afrikaans.
Since we are South African, since we are coming to Fashion Week, and since it is the first time they have a performance at New York Fashion Week, and that it is South Africans, we bring a South African song.
And for us, it's really important to never forget where we come from, to know our roots.
In Tlale's Elementary Metropolis, toned down but not able to completely shake the flair that has become his signature, take former Miss South Africa Tatum Keshwa in this black sheer flowing gown embellished with silk ribbon lace, or Oluchi Onweagba in this navy blue sheer mess panel dress.
You talk a lot about how New York, the city, has influenced your brand over time. What is that trajectory in terms of New York's influence on your work been?
What it does, it just takes you out of being just a fabulous fashion designer and to become a business person, realizing that after you've showcased, everything must translate into business, because this is all great, it's done. Tonight, the work starts.
The end game is really to make money. I mean, this is not just art.
Definitely, it's not just art. You have to start having those orders coming in, because the business has to grow and it has to be sustainable. And showcasing is not business.
Elle has referred to you as South Africa's Karl Lagerfeld. I wonder how that title sits with you. Do you like it or not?
I'm fine. I would like to be the David Tlale of South Africa.
And who can argue with that? Sherwin Bryceby's SABC News, New York.